USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
Former Supreme Court Justice John Paul Stevens has died. He served on the bench from 1975 to 2010, passing away yesterday at 99. Late yesterday, when the news came down of his passing, candidate and former Vice President Joe Biden was at a campaign event in Iowa, and he said of Stevens,
he understood that, the most important thing about being in the court is being prepared to listen with an open mind to the litigants before them, and I thought he was a fine man.
The U.S. House passing a resolution condemning President Trump's controversial tweets about 4 female Democrats in Congress. But those tweets only seem to be increasing his support among Republicans. A Reuters poll finds Trump's support by Republicans now at 72%, up from 67% last week. This is USA Radio News. Accounts for many Sprint customers compromised through a Samsung website. Are reports that Sprint sent letters to affected customers telling them about it after it was discovered last month. Sprint confirming the breach to tech website Gizmodo, saying credit card and Social Security numbers were not compromised as they're encrypted. President Trump suggesting to reporters yesterday the latest round of trade talks with China isn't going so well, and he may impose more tariffs.
We have a long way to go as far as tariffs with China is concerned if we want. We have another $325 billion that we can put a tariff on if we want. We're talking to China about a deal, but I wish they didn't break the deal that we had.
A golf ball blamed for the death of a 6-year-old Utah girl. Police say she was in a golf cart when her dad teed off on Monday. The ball struck her in the back of the head about 20 yards away, and she later died of her injuries. You're listening to USA Radio News. A big shakeup at Planned Parenthood as the group's kicked out its president, Dr. Leana Wen. She's tweeted that she's leaving her position after less than a year on the job. Wen says she learned about it herself at a secret meeting despite being in, quote, good faith negotiations about her departure. And she says this is all over philosophical differences on the direction and future of the Planned Parenthood organization. Alexis McGill Johnson has been named acting president. You may not see any more ads in Uber or Lyft cars in New York City. A federal appeals court ruling yesterday that drivers can be banned from displaying advertisements, a victory for millions of passengers who call those ads very annoying. And HBO's Game of Thrones, slashing its way to a record-setting 32 Emmy nominations for its 8th and final season. It eclipsed the all-time series record of 27 nods earned by NYPD Blue back in 1994. In the overall tally contest among outlets, HBO got a whopping 137 nominations, and Netflix, which last year ended HBO's 17-year reign to win the most Emmy noms, well, it was bumped to second this year with 117. As for the traditional networks, they were way behind. NBC got 58 nods, CBS 43, Fox 18. And for USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.